Montego.
Ah, forget that. You know where I really want to go?
Where? Off the Long Island Sound. There's a place called Kokomo. That's where you want a cup to get away from it all. A once polluted lake, an urban myth to make your bones shake. If you wanna find me, I'll be riding the Long Island Railroad down to Ronkonkoma Penn Station, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you Mineola, then Hicksville. Come on, baby, Cecil, Farmingdale, then Deer Park. Ooh, you know we're almost at Ronkonkoma. Let's take the train, 'cause the expressway's slow. That's where we wanna go. Back at Ronkonkoma Penn Station, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you Mineola, then Hicksville. Come on, baby, Cecil, Farmingdale, then Deer Park. Ooh, you know we're almost at Ronkonkoma. Let's take the train, 'cause the expressway's slow.
All right, everybody. My next guest is a hilarious comedian actor who may be best known for his role as Mott on Kevin Can Wait and for his legendary viral video, Ronkonkoma, which has nearly 2 million views across all the social platforms. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the big man himself, Chris Roach. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Don? Legendary video. I appreciate that. It's funny.
It is, man.
I got to meet, this is so cool, when I was on Kevin Can Wait, I got to meet Ralph Macchio. And I know he lives on Long Island. He's a Long Islander. And I said to him, did you ever see that video I put out that went viral? And he goes, no. I said, all right. It turned out we have the same agent. So I sent it to my agent. I said, do me a favor, forward this to Ralph. And I bumped into him at like a local film festival. He goes, bro, I was standing there on the platform waiting for my train singing that song.
That's awesome. That's awesome on many fronts, man. It's awesome that he watched it and liked it. And they still takes the train. He still takes the LIR.
He's just a regular Long Islander. That's what I like when you work with these people and you hope they're cool and you find out they're just one of us.
Man.
I opened for Rosie O'Donnell at Governor's one time, and I'm like, she's just one of us. They never forgot who they are.
That's what I think is good about Long Island people. I think Long Islanders, even from all the way from the king of Long Island, Billy Joel, all the way to like all of us. We all have pride. It's a Long Island pride. We don't say we're from New York. We say we're from Long Island.
From Long Island. And I never realized till I started acting, going on auditions, that I had an accent. You don't think we have accents.
Right.
One of my first auditions, I was in this in the city. It was for Ford Explorer. And I remember reading the copy. I'm like, the new Ford Explorer. You're going to love it. And she's like, Chris, stop. It's not the Ford Explorer. The Ford Explorer. So I realized that we drop our R's and stuff,
Yeah, when I went to, I lived in North Carolina for about 12 years.
North Carolina.
It's great city. I was in Raleigh for a while, worked for the Carolina Hurricanes and stuff.
You did?
Yeah. I was there when they won the cup, dude. I know you're a big Ranger guy. I work for the Rangers too. That's why I'm back in New York. I worked for them for a little bit, and then COVID hit. Yeah. And now I'm doing other stuff. But I was there. I hoisted the cup and all that good stuff. Drank out of it, partied with me and Roddy Brindamore.
Brindamore. Wow.
Yeah, it was good times, man.
My son grew up with his mom down there, and he became a good Carolina fan, hockey fan. Always Carolina Hurricane first and Ranger fan second. So when I took him to a Ranger game, like one of the first times, I called up, I told my agent, I said, hey, I'm a big Ranger fan. Can you get me these Ranger tickets? I don't care where I was sitting, Right. He's like, yeah, not a problem. So I go there, and they sit me in this celebrity section where I'm talking to, who was the guy that plays Chandler from Friends?
I can't think of his name. Yeah. Chandler. Yeah.
I'm talking to him one game, and he's such a nice guy. And meanwhile, I'm like, I live at my dad's house. So weird that some people like recognize me now. Like I know Mark Messier knows who I am by face.
Wow.
Like he'll look at me and go, hey, that guy always bumping. So
that's awesome, man.
I know. First time I met him, I was like, I was stuttering. I was like, my voice. I'm like, Mark, I just want to say thank you for what you did for the kid in me that grew up on Long Island, being tormented as a Ranger fan. Then I go, I'm going to go now. I feel like a 10-year-old girl crying here, and I don't think he forgot that. So anyway, I come walking around the corner, back in behind the scenes at MSG. And there's Mark. He goes, hey, man, what's going on? I'm like, hey, Mark, shake hands. And then my son comes walking around the corner. I'm like, Andrew, do you know who this is? And he just like looked at him like he couldn't figure it out. I guess he was trying to think it was like one of my friends from his childhood.
Right,
no,
right.
like, it's Mark Messier. He was like, holy he's like, couldn't believe it.
Yeah, because you don't expect that you're going to be staying there in front of Mark Messier, one of the greatest ever, especially, the greatest Ranger probably ever, the leadership and everything.
Mark Douglas Messier.
A couple of people I've become friendly with, like say Debra Messing. She knows me now from going to the game. She's like, hi, Chris. And I give her a hug and a kiss. And in my head, I'm like, I have $300 in my bank account right now. I have $300 in my bank account. People think that I was getting paid like 50 grand an episode. I mean, I was a recurring. So you got, it's still nice, but it's not like series regular pay where I bought a house.
Right. Do you get residuals still? Like they still show the play shows?
Nice. Listen, they're a nice surprise when they come. I'm like, that could be food shopping right there.
Yeah.
I was like that close to hitting the next level, and I feel like I'm still there. I have a couple things in the works, pitching projects. I feel like I'm like, once the show stopped, I'm like, all of a sudden I'm not working across the country anymore.
Right.
I said I'm sorry.
You think I like being the finger wagger? Because I don't. I like having fun too,
Yeah, I mean that show was great, and it definitely catapulted you and gave you a lot of opportunities, and I think you're great on camera. Thanks. And so that's definitely something you're pursuing, right? You're looking into.
Oh man, it was something I always wanted. My first acting gig was I played a mental patient on One Life to Live.
Rodney, this is important. I need you to be completely honest with me. You can't make anything up and you can't leave anything out.
Don't make things up.
I know.
And I remember being there like, this is it. Like when you see it on, when you're watching from home, you're like, you put it on this pedestal. Then when you're there, you're like, I could do this. Right. and I just, I started taking acting lessons from this lady, Joanna Bexon in New York City, which she became highly recommended through comedians. She trained with Ray Romano and all these, and I just wanted to become a better stand-up. I wanted to get more confident on stage because I had a bad public speaking fear. I was trying to get over.
Thank you so much.
And working with her, I fell in love with acting. So when I did my first gig was The Mental Patient. I was there for, I think I was on about like 3 or 4 episodes, and I would drive into the city on the west side to, was ABC, I think, the building, or CBS, I can't remember. Anyway, I would pick up my script. They would leave it at the desk with the security guy. And this one time I gave my wife the script. I said, you read the script, I'm going to drive. And she's reading the script. We were now 2 blocks away. She's like this. She's like, uh-oh.
That was
She goes, your character gets killed. I'm like, oh, okay, that was fun while it lasted. But I learned so much just watching them, and the actress I worked with, Gina Tognoni, took me under her belt, and it was such a great experience.
Now, you said that my mother was your friend, right? Now, don't you think she would want you to tell me? That way we can make sure that no one else gets hurt, right?
I remember when it aired, let's say there were 10 scenes that aired. 3 of them I was very happy with. 2 or 3 of them I was like, eh. And there was a couple I was like, oof. Oof. The point where like those scenes didn't make it on my reel. I was like, oh my God.
You don't put those on.
But it moves so fast, they don't let you do everything's on one take. I'm like, can I do that again? That did not feel good at all. No, it looked great, Chris. It looked great. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because they move those kind of shows fast, man. Like
fast.
Yeah, like even scripts and stuff like that change like really fast on the fly too.
And anytime you're watching a soap opera, 9 times out of 10, the scripts are on the floor, right at their feet. Like you see them communicating, but they're at their feet. They'll pick them up, they'll read them, they'll put them down. That's how quick it moves.
Yeah, it reminds me of like old school radio or something. Like it's just so fast, old school style. That's kind of that's intriguing about those, you know. And I think there's still some on the air, and it's just it's a cool style of run and gun. And I think for acting, you really have to have some chops, man.
There's no table reads. It's like right there. And I had to work with a stunt coordinator because Michael Easton, who's on General Hospital, had to throw me into a wall. And they were like, Chris, just don't resist. And I'm like, all right, I didn't resist. And he like threw me into this wall, you can see the walls like this, you know, because show business is about 10 feet high after that. But, you know, just a fake wall.
That's a great line. Show business is just 10 feet high.
That is a good line. Show business is 10 feet high. After that, it's like lights and.
Yeah, it's just all BS after that. It's all.
Those people are so talented. Like even when I was on Kevin Kuwait to watch the set decorators and the people that create, they can make wood look like metal. It's just amazing. It's amazing.
Those are the unsung heroes, man.
They really are. I used to like watching them. Like they would like always paint over the floor. They can make the floor look like wood. It was just the concrete floor. Such talent, man.
I remember one time I was just doing an indie film, a small little indie, and I'm the actor, I'm the talent, and you can't help them. You can't pick up anything or carry lights,
right.
or, you know, and you feel kind of guilty, you know, like us being Long Island guys, you know, kind of working class guys. You're like, let me help you. I just feel stupid standing here.
Yes. I've heard actor stories. Like when I first started, I heard a story where the actor was trying to be helpful and he moved a box of tissues from like here to here, and they were like, no, don't touch, that's my job, yeah. All right.
If you're new on a big set, this might seem weird because you want to help people, but touching things out of your department can actually get you in trouble. Lighting guys stay with the lights, camera guys stay with the cameras, props guys stay with the props.
And he's got the show, The Crew. Are you involved in that at all? Are you going to be?
No. He's. I don't think he was allowed to use anybody from his other shows for that. Yeah. So it's not his show. He's the star of the show, but somebody else wrote it, and they wanted to start like with a clean slate with all that. So I was like, I was hoping to. I grew nice mutton chops. I tried
to play the racing team or
but I get it. They has
because you guys had a really good chemistry, man, and I love that Kevin kind of stays, you know, talking about Long Islanders, he stays really kind of true to Long Island comedians and gives a lot of guys opportunities, and I mean that's huge. I mean,
it was incredible. There was like when I was on tour with him actually 2 falls ago before the pandemic, I was touring with him, and I just, you know, these moments. Like you get used to them, but every once in a while you stop. You're like, oh my God! Like when we were driving through like Indiana, and I'm in the back seat, he's in the front seat, and we're all talking, and I just look out the window like, this is crazy. Or like one scene I was rehearsing at a table on set, and Kevin's on my left, and Leah Remini's on my right, and I'm like, this is nuts. This is nuts.
Well, that was sweet.
What? He took an account from us.
Well, it's still a classy move.
He's right.
Thank you.
Not you, Hodor.
And it was the first scene I did with Leah, so I was a little nervous. And then she was playing Candy Crush on her phone, and she leaned over. She goes, "Can you help me get past this level?" I was like, "Yeah." And like all the weight, the nervousness just falls off you. That's what happened too in the pilot where Kevin flubbed his first line.
Let's go. Time for, I don't know what it's time for.
And the audience laughed, and you just felt like 200 pounds fall off your chest. Like,
it's like getting that first dent in the car.
Yeah, and somebody told me that, you know, he may have done that on purpose just to relax, get everybody relaxed. It's okay. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to make mistakes. Just don't do it again.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool, and that's the kind of guy I think of Kevin is like a kind of a giving type of guy where he would do that probably on purpose. And I think I'd be intimidated with Leah Remini too. She seems, you know, again, I've never met these people, but she seems like she could be kind of you know, like if you say the wrong thing, she's gonna let you know it.
the New York tough. Like,
yeah, that's a good way.
I would say she's very similar to that character, but very, very kind. Yep. Male subject observed entering a medical facility at 0900 hours.
Mont, just give it to me in regular talk, all right? You're not in court.
All right? You want to do it the boring way. I have a jacket in my closet right here that it was like Christmas or something. She bought the crew. She bought the cast gifts, and she bought me a jacket. And I put it on, and like the sleeves go up to here, you know? It doesn't fit, but I'm just blown away. I'm like, Leah Remini bought me a gift. Yeah, so awesome. Well, it was after one of the rehearsals, and I happened to see her walking with her assistant. I said, Leah, thank you so much for that gift. That was so nice. She's like, oh, I didn't know. You know, my assistant and we were looking on your Instagram trying to figure out what kind of guy you were. So we ended up just getting you a jacket. And she goes, how does it fit? I'm like, it fits great. Thank you. I was too embarrassed to say, Leah, hey, you know, Leah, I'm allergic to polyester. If you would have asked, me, I would have let you know I'm allergic to polyester, Leah. But it's in my closet. I'll never wear it again. It's there, and it's next to a long black. I did a scene in a movie, independent film, where I had to question Al Pacino, which that was another surreal moment. And I had 3 lines. They cut it down to 1, but I bought this, like, I was a detective, so I bought from a place on Route 110. I bought one of these men's warehouses. I bought a long black overcoat, so I look like a detective. You know, you wear it over your suit.
Right.
So we do the scene, and we're standing toe to toe. It was like 45 minutes, single camera over the shoulder over here. The whole time it's just like so surreal, and he was so nice.
Okay.
Were you sexually involved with Sybil?
No, please, no. I mean, this is a young woman in her early 30s at best. No, I just, she was a misguided fan. That's what she was.
And like, all right, that's a wrap. We got it. And you know, when they say cut, you know, it's like controlled chaos. People are going this way, that way, that way. That. Somebody asked me something, and I turned to my right to answer the question, and I felt this. And I had planned on returning the coat until I felt this. And I looked over, and then, you know, he's short than I am. I'm 6'6". He goes, you give me a lot to work with. Thank you so much. I was like, have. And that shirt, I'll never return that jacket.
Awesome. And what movie is that?
That was called The Humbling. It was an independent film. It's actually a sad film. It's about a Shakespearean actor that loses a grip with reality. Like, he can't separate between what's you know. So it's kind of sad. It was one of those ones that went like right to video. You can get it on Netflix.
Yeah.
I always say it was a movie called The Humbling, and it went straight to video, whatever you call that, which was very humbling.
It lived up to its name. Yeah.
It was very humbling indeed.
The world is a stage, and all men and women merely players. How about that? Any better?
And you got to do a scene with one of the greatest actors of our time, which is pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, and it's just a nice guy, very funny dude. But there was like a moment where they must have been whatever the cameras doing, they would change and film, and we're in the foyer of the guy, the director. We're in his foyer, I guess that you call it, foyer. Big grand room in Connecticut. He lives on a compound, and Barry Levinson.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, he was a good guy. So Al's looking around the room, she's checking things out while we're waiting, and I'm looking around the room, and the female detective was like, da, 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 da. And all of a sudden I look at him and I go, oh my God, it's Al Pacino in my head. And all of a sudden the heart starts pounding, and then the inner dialogue, you belong here, you worked hard, you belong here, calm down, just be an actor, just be in the moment, you know? You gotta keep your mind busy. Like, even when I first started working with Kevin, I never watched a lot of episodes of King of Queens, but I saw Here Comes the Boom, which I loved. I saw Mall Cop, which I loved. And anytime I channel surfed and I saw it, I had to like go past it. I couldn't watch his movies or his shows because I was trying to get to know him, and I don't want to be like a nervous guy around him, you know?
Right. You don't want to get starstruck. You don't want to like look at the movie star Kevin. You want to know the real Kevin.
So now I got to know him as a person, and I'm relaxed around him, where I don't ask anybody to take a picture. Like everybody said, do you ask them to take a picture? I'm like, no. 2 guys I asked to take a picture with. I was at McGuire's. I met CJ Ramon. I'm a big Ramones fan. I said, bro, can I get a picture with you? Sure. And we became friends now. We keep in touch.
Oh, that's cool.
Social media. And I was coming out of a Met game, and who do I see is Joey Chestnut. I'm like, I gotta get a picture with this guy. It was like July 4th
guy. Yeah.
It was July 4th weekend. I'm like, I gotta get a picture with this guy. Come on.
Was he's the one, he wears the makeup too, right? Like the war paint, Joey Chestnut? Or no?
You know what? I can't watch those things. I get nauseous when they're dipping the things in the water.
Yeah, it's gross, man.
Or when they regurgitate, I'm like, I like hot dogs. I don't want to see that. But
on 4th of July to get Joey Chestnut, that's like,
Joey Chestnut's walking around the outside of Citi Field with his hot dog champion belt over his shoulder, the Nathan's belt.
Nice. Yeah,
that's the dude. I got a picture with you, dude. This is great. I love hot dogs.
But I do love that you have a picture with Joey Chestnut, but you don't have like a picture with Al Pacino.
I don't have a picture with Al Pacino, and the pictures I have with Kevin James are just like from the show. And they've said, "Hey, Kevin, can I get a picture with you?"
Yeah, because there is something to it when you want to be, when you're working with them, you want to be their equals in a way, and you don't want to say, all of a sudden get like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?"
Right.
It does kind of. I know what you. Yeah, I understand, man.
Kevin, it's my mom's birthday. Can you say hello?
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, and plus, you got, movie scenes with these people, television scenes, like stuff that's gonna, and that trumps it all. That
shotgun. Yeah, get on. What the hell? Chug it, man. I don't want to chug it. You chipped it. I didn't chip it. Chug it. Oh, you chipped it, guy. Get him a towel. Fine.
You have a lot of. I don't know if you're already a big Jackie Gleason fan or.
Oh yes, Gleason and Dangerfield are my 2 main influences.
Because I could definitely see some Jackie in you. Yeah, for sure. And that's why when I was thinking of Zoom Theater.
Oh, it's fun. And you picked the scene. Once you said the scene, I know the scene, the toilet paper on the.
Yeah, this is a great scene from Smokey and the Bandit.
He's eating the sandwich.
He's like, the way he's eating it. Right. I don't know. Some people get grossed out by the way he ate it. For when I was a kid, it always made me hungry. I was
like, because he was eating in a hurry.
Yeah,
and he asked for what's a Diablo? Do you know what a Diablo is?
I don't. He just I think it might be a mushroom.
It might be I'm getting it. I'm assuming it's a spicy sandwich, but I printed it up. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll definitely read this with you.
Ah, sweet, man. This is gonna be cool. So we're gonna do Zoom Theater. Me and Chris Roach here. You're playing the sheriff, and I'm playing the bandit. All right. So
put on my best Jackie Gleason voice. let me shut the bedroom door so I don't traumatize my wife. She'd be like, "What the hell's going on in there?"
And I don't know if I'm gonna do how good of a bandit I'll do, but I'll do my best.
That's all right.
My best, Burt Reynolds. All right. So here we go. This is the diner scene in Smokey and the Bandit, and I'll call action. And action.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry. You want something? We got no time for that crap. Dumb son of a bitch. Thank you, nice lady.
Man, you must be in a hell of a hurry, huh, Sheriff?
Bet your ass on that, boy.
Oh, you got a little mess there. Let me get that for you.
Yeah, much obliged.
Who you chasing? Somebody chasing you?
Nobody chasing me, boy. I've been chasing a goddamn maniac all the way from Texarkana, Texas.
Really? What is he, a bank robber?
Bank robber? Bank robbing is baby shit alongside what this dude is doing. Almost killed 20 law officers, driving through people's backyards, knocking down mailboxes. He got a broad in the car, took her across state line. That's the Mann Act. I don't think he's got a permission, and that's kidnapping. How's that for hijinks? Oof. What do I owe?
Oh, let me pay for that, officer. You're an officer of the law. I'd be honored.
Much obliged. Hey, where's the can? I got to take a squirt.
And Scene. That was awesome, man.
You know, one of my favorite lines is the car is trash. His car is trashed. And he looks over to his son. He goes, when I get home, I'm going to punch your mama in the mouth.
Soon as I get home, the first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth.
Hey, and don't worry, you could use this the Smokey and the Bandit for your reel if you want.
Oh, thank you. I need
you can use that for the reel.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would be awesome, man. Well, Chris, man, I really appreciate you taking the time talking to me, man. I've been a fan of yours for years, and always want to see good things happen for you. I love Ronkonkoma. It's a great town, great place to be. My brother's in Lake Grove.
I got to show you something before we go.
All right, cool.
Nobody else has this except for me. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I got to try to get it off the wall. I was the first ever person to receive the key to Ronkonkoma.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, man.
Right? I love it.
The key to Ronkonkoma. That's cool.
It can get you into parsnips after hours.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, because you put Ronkonkoma on the map for a lot of people with that video. Yeah. No, this is great, man. You rock, my friend. Thanks again for taking the time. Where could everybody find you and all that good stuff?
They can find me Instagram @RoachComic. My website, Chris Roach Live. I just started TikTok. That's Chris Roach Live as well. I started a podcast called The Chris Roach Show, which I had a hard time with that name because I have like no ego or very little. And a couple of my podcast friends like, just call The Chris Roach Show. I'm like, all right. So I just started that. So
oh, cool. Very cool.
We'll see what it turns into. I'll have you on one day.
Yeah, man. That would be awesome. I would love to be on the show.
We'll do some odd couple scenes or something.
Yeah, there you go. Let's do it.
I want to be Oscar.
All right, cool. I'll do Felix. I'm more of an Oscar by nature, but I think I could pull off Felix.
Yeah, I'm an Oscar. Like a friend of mine once said, "You're like a half-made bed." I'm like, that's an accurate description of me.
That is a great one.
Right.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Well, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, and whenever you want to come on, you're always welcome.
All right, thanks, Don. Appreciate it, brother.
You're the best. Thanks again. Chris Roach, everybody.
Hold the phone, stop the presses. I have a very important announcement to make. Don Sills Show. Put up, shut up, and stand up on GOVS Radio. Maybe the best thing to prevent COVID since the N95 mask. Other things it's better than sliced bread, the clapper, actual sex. And that's saying a lot. Listen to us or be burned at the stake! I'm only kidding. Or am I?